sacrificing time for this shit. Man, I got a plan. Tried to tell niggas years ago, they ain't understand. Riding by myself and it's cool, I'm all in my head. Everything in life you can't replace, I build relationships. Pretty little smile make a nigga wanna lock it in. We met the same time I lost a friend, we should try again. You been on my mind, you should hop in. I ain't gon' hurt you, baby girl, you know we locked in. Used to be on FaceTime calls on the regular. Never made time, landed on my busy schedule. Now every time I get the bay, you know I think of you. Working on your brand, love, you know that I...
Yeah, it's goddess. And I'm a day one type of girl. Ain't nothing wishy-washy over here. I don't jump around, stick to one side. Yeah, the silver, the blue, we got them in their feelings. That star on the field, come pay the D a visit. They say it's hatred, is it? I call it hate and simping. Cause if we wasn't that hating, they wouldn't be in our business. Listen, West Coast say the water tastes better. The fan base go harder, and all the ladies get wetter. Yeah, that's how it is when you straight reppin' for Dallas. We get it in the trap, and landlord tell us what's happening. No explanations in no shape, form, or fashion. When Henny drop the stats, ain't nothing else to be asking. Them numbers don't lie, that's why your argument dry. And we still got them rings, you got your eyes on our prize. Whether an eagle, a giant, or a commando, you in the parking lot crying, we in the Lambo. We stay in our bag, we run it up in the draft. You still talking about the 90s, so who's stuck in the past? Get off me, and I'ma need you 6 feet back. And we ain't hearing nothing till your team beat that. And we ain't scared of running, what you thought we bleed that? It's only one team over here, that's Cowboys, believe that. Yeah, this you got is a poet. Big up West Coast Cowboy, HTM Sports, and Landlord from Alabama. Y'all check them boys out. Now don't play around with the Cowboys content. Yeah, and you know it's DC. Yeah, DC 4L.
31 teams in the NFL. His system is designed to stop 25 teams.
Shit, I need a linebacker that's over 200 pounds. I need a defensive tackle that you got to pull away from the buffet. He's gone, so no.
Let's talk about that.
But yeah, that's a large part. That's a large part of your
I gotta
team.
make this point because I ain't gonna lie, I forgot about it until you mentioned it. So I gotta get this out before it flees me, and the nation needs to hear this.
And we are live. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, man. And to my right, ever present, ever evil, ever despicable.
Don't behave that way.
Listen, when the Lord made heaven and earth and he separated, I ain't gonna go that far.
See that? Look at him.
I ain't gonna go that far. But just know that landlord is like a centuries old, unspeakable evil that's taking human form to do country.
Wow. I hate to see you take it there. That wasn't taking it though. You know what I'm saying?
That was not taking it there at all.
That's terrible.
That was me being very kind to you, landlord.
That's insane.
I said absolutely nothing wrong this time.
I'm not that bad, y'all. You know what I'm saying? He ain't be a little hyperbolic. Just a little.
A little hyperbolic. So what was hyperbolic? You being an ancient evil or you being, despicable?
All that. It's just terrible. You know what I'm saying? I'm a great guy. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know about all that.
That wasn't. That's messed up. How y'all doing today, man? Cowboy Nation, we are back. Salute to everybody in the chat. Salute to Dono Holmes. Salute to Daniel Berry Sports. Salute to 214 Fuego guy, something like that. I'm terrible at reading. Shout out to Miss Matrix in the building, Nigel Wanza in the building, Timo in the building. Salute to all my folks. Dak owns Philly. The ex-Dak on Philly. Now he's Dak owns Bring Them Baskets. I don't know what he mean by that. But, hey, you already know that's my guy and we support him. So don't play around with him and we get down like that. Salute to Dono Holmes in the building with the $10 cash out, man. He coming out the gate shooting at these boys, man. We appreciate you. He coming in hot. We appreciate the support, man. Salute.
My boy said stealing candy from babies. Salute to Dono Holmes, too, though.
Who's stealing candy from babies? Me?
Who is stealing candy from babies? It might be landlord.
Not today. I mean, that was in the past. You know what I'm saying?
Also, salute to Dono Holmes on my end as well. I did receive
Don't judge you. You don't supposed to judge people from their past. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you are. Like, listen,
You
like,
absolutely do.
That is crazy.
You absolutely do.
That's like saying, listen, he ain't killed nobody since yesterday.
Yeah,
Today.
yesterday is, you know what I'm saying? That was all yesterday. You know what I'm saying? He's a great person today.
So listen, I'm glad that we talk about judging people off their past, because I'm gonna judge the hell out of Brian Schottenheimer.
Ooh-wee. You
listen,
finna put his feet to the fire?
It's not all good or bad.
I think
you
you should. You know what I'm saying?
It just is what it is. Like,
You know I'm always down for a little of that. Turn the music down just a tad.
There's a smidget.
Yeah, just a little smidget. You know what I'm talking
A lot of folks don't even know what a smidget is, man.
about? That ain't country enough.
Nah, they don't know. They don't know what a smidget is, a ski taste, none of that.
All right, little taste.
Yeah, now.
Hey, Vosh be saying that. Shout out to Vosh.
How
You
you
be
know
like,
that's
turn down a little taste. You know your country. You talk like that.
For real. Shout out to Rogue X2 in the building, man. I see
Salute
everybody
to him,
sliding
man.
in.
Salute. We
So,
appreciate
yeah, man.
y'all. Shout out to Joe Tranchina, always showing love and sharing the content. Troy Dudley, man. We appreciate our people, man. We really do.
And listen, you know, Joe a real one. He doing this shit all the way from Italy.
Yeah, he gangster with it, and he always here. Like Joe, one of the most consistent people I know that watch our show. Like no lie, I can't remember the last time Joe went here. So we appreciate you, man. Real talk, like for real.
So yeah, listen, we gonna talk. Cause we just gonna talk some X's and O's. We gonna talk concepts. We gonna talk scheme. We gonna talk what's that called? Philosophy. We gonna talk a little bit of everything when it comes to Shotty, man. Cause there's enough tea leaves and stuff around here to where we can put a pretty good picture together about Shotty, man.
Let's do it.
We were supposed to have did this the other day. Then we went off. We were fighting about Michael Parsons and
CeeDee Lamb.
You know, we were on some shit that day. We were on some shit, but we here now, though. We here now. God bless America. God bless the Cowboys. Let's go ahead and slide into this shit, man.
Let's do it.
All right, so let's start off with Schottenheimer, man. Let's see, which one of these should I pull up first, man? Because there's a lot of shit. Because listen, y'all saw I had like 10,000. I hear myself on the mic a little bit too much. I think I want to turn that down a little bit more. Boom. Okay. Now we Gucci. All right. So now let's talk about Brian Schottenheimer and conceptually, because he always talk about motion and creating mismatches and all this other stuff. We talked about this slightly the last time, but we never really got in depth with it. So this is really from his daddy playbook, and we know that he adopted a lot of stuff from his daddy. Matter of fact, if I ain't wish y'all happy Father's Day yet to all the pappies out there, happy Father's Day. And if you a masculine beer drinking asshole, happy Father's Day to you too.
Damn.
Oh shit. But nah, for real though, man. This is Shotty and what he talk about when it comes to motion. And we know that he adopted a lot of stuff from his daddy. This is straight from the playbook, man. And listen, we did a lot of legwork to find this stuff, man. So if you appreciate the content we finna give y'all, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the Cash App. Slap a Eagles fan while you at it, man. They been out here acting real reckless lately. So if you love us, man, you know, you can go do one of the 4 things, man. We appreciate it in advance.
Then you already know. I heard Trump just passed a law to where, you know what I'm saying, if you smack a couple of them, you don't even get no jail time. You know what I'm saying? Allegedly. You know what I'm saying? So you good. You good.
Oh, we Gucci.
Y'all know
man.
Trump signed a law every day. Go ahead.
Every hour. So when it comes to motion in Schottenheimer's offense, and you know, he would talk about the cut splits and everything else. This is why you do it. To create a personnel advantage by creating coverage mismatches on our X, Z, Y, H, and F. If you're wondering what these letters are, this is not algebraic. These are the receiving options. The X receiver, the Z, the Y, the H, the flanker. This is running backs. This is slot receiver. These are your outside receivers. These
The
are
H is
guys.
for tight end, right? I think the H is the tight end.
It really depends. I think an H can be the tight end, but I'm pretty sure it's whoever is in the backfield.
Let me see. Yeah, we got you. What happened?
What? I'm still here.
Oh, you got really quiet.
No, I thought you were looking at something. You Gucci.
No, go ahead.
All right. So create a personnel advantage by affecting changes in run support and force responsibilities. So what a lot of people don't understand is the force guy is usually the edge contain people. You're going to force the play inside. You know, that's what you do when you set the edge. Where when you motion guys across, and it changes, you know, it changes who's on the strong and the weak side. So that responsibility might also have to flip as well.
Yeah.
So it might be whoever the edge's job to be the force defender on the strong side. If the strong side changes before the snap, then at that point my responsibilities in the run game also changes. You know, those are some things that thank you. I know I wasn't tripping. It can be anybody in the backfield. So yeah. So the H is the person in the backfield. Shout out to West Coast Cowboy in the building as well, man.
Salute to West Coast.
All right, so to create secondary movement in an effort to enhance our quarterback's ability to recognize coverage. So we talk about that, creating a mismatch. And really, a lot of times, man, there is always, and this is what I want to talk about when it comes to like understanding coverages and reading a play. There is no such thing as a play that has zero weaknesses and zero flaws. There is always an answer to the test when it comes to offensive and defensive football. There is a way to attack a defense and, you know, make a play against it. The issue is getting into the right play to attack that concept, right? So if you're running cover 2, the weaknesses in the cover 2 are the hole shots and the deep third. There's nobody in the middle of the field deep for cover 2. Well, if I don't have anything called to attack those areas, I'm already at a loss. So a lot of things, what the quarterbacks do before they even get into it, is they identify what the coverage is and they make the check into the play that can attack that coverage.
Yeah.
That's why when you hear Tom Brady speak and talk, he said, I never hike the ball until I know for sure that the play will work. Like he might have to burn a timeout, but he said he ain't hiking the damn ball until he know for sure, or at least he think he knows for sure that he can attack the coverage.
Just like you said, like every single play has a flaw. You know what I'm saying? It's things that can be exposed in every offensive play and every defensive play. It just depends. That's why your play calling is so important. That's why your timing of your play calling is so important. You got to figure out the advantages of every play. That's why you see them quarterbacks, like you said, like Peyton and Dak. You see Dak doing a lot of checking, and they trying to figure out the flaws in that defense and how to expose them and signal to their offense about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They letting them know exactly the things they need to correct so they can maximize this play opportunity. So, yeah, it's just a chess game. You know what I'm saying? And that's why it's like sometimes some games it be like they got all the right answers. Then sometimes it seems like they got all the wrong answers. It just depends on your game plan. That's why your coaching is so important. Like in football, coaching is extremely important because, to be honest with you, the players are pretty much like chess pieces. And then, you know what I'm saying, the people who are the coaches are the players. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. And listen, that's the reason why motion is a big advantage, you know, when you're trying to diagnose what the defense is doing. Because if I motion somebody across the field, regardless of if you're trying to hide it or not, because remember, like disguising plays is also a big part of what the defense do. So because you're not always going to just show what the hell you're doing. Most teams aren't going to come out and just show you they're playing cover 2 or they're playing zone or they're playing man. They might press up and act like it's man and they bail into a zone. They might be in a single high safety look before the ball is snapped, and they can rotate into a 2 high shell once the ball is in the quarterback's hand. So those simple things like that can not only buy you time, it also can, when a quarterback has those kind of responsibilities, it also could mess up the check depending on how well they identified it post snap and pre snap.
Thanks.
So that's one of the reasons why motion is a big part of Shotty's offense, because he's trying to make the job for the quarterback easier. A lot of times, if you motion somebody across the field, if nobody moves with him, that's a very good indication. It could very well be zone. Sometimes it's not zone though. Sometimes like, hey, we're gonna let him run across the field. We're gonna bump over. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might just bump somebody over, and we can still make the check back at the man if need be. So it's a chess piece. motion is not 100% foolproof. If it was, offense would put up like 60 points.
Yeah.
But you know, like, it is a very good indicator because sometimes it's very hard to disguise what you're doing when motion is in play, especially when you have multiple different motions. So, you know, being able to utilize motion and give yourself even an inkling of what the defense is doing is very important, and that's why Schottenheimer talks about it so much.
Yeah, for sure. That's what's one of the biggest differences you see between like the modern NFL. Like they do a lot of motion, a lot of shifts, a lot of different little personnel groupings to make sure they can expose some of the normal defenses, a lot of the normal base defenses. You know, it's really tilted towards the offense these days, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like way more innovations and, you know what I'm saying, modernizations with the offense these days compared to what the defense do. Because, you know, it still ain't nothing wrong with a good cover 2 defense. It still ain't nothing wrong with a cover 3 defense. It ain't nothing wrong with man defense. Like, this stuff is still some mainstays in the league. You know what I'm saying? But you probably won't find too many teams running purely I formation like back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little different when it comes to the evolution of offensive football compared to the evolution of defensive football. And you can still win with defense. You can still be against the defense. But we know we seen some of the rules favor the offense, so that's why it's just tough to play defense these days. It really is. Like,
you ain't lying.
It's hard.
I was watching an Ed Reed highlight compilation, and like half that shit would be like a 15-yard penalty.
Illegal.
He was killing people. He said, "Wow!" The ball flying people's hand. I'm like, God, like you cannot do that no more.
I'm not gonna lie. Solely for them taking away like a lot of the aggressive hits, bro. That changed the game drastically, man.
It did.
That changed the game drastically. And you talking to somebody who played receiver back when that was legal. Like, you had to be a gangster to play receiver, bro. You couldn't just go out there. Man, you got to go hit a slant in the middle of the field. You running basically straight at the linebacker. And depending on where the quarterback plays the ball, you might get your head took off. Like, that just might be the end result. And you got to be gangster enough to go out there and catch the ball with your hand, bring it in, take the shot, get back up, and live to fight another play. You know what I'm saying? So this is different, bro. And then depending on the heart of that receiver, he might not want to do that. You know what I'm saying? He might not want to do it. Like, you know, we here at these little soft sports we got nowadays, though, that he made a business decision. Every play was a business decision back then.
Every single one.
Every play. Like, so you either going to be built like that or you not. And you can't be on my field. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was no soft stuff going on, man. Real talk. And I know it's a lot of older people in my chat, so y'all can attest for that, bro. Y'all know. It was different back in the day. And I ain't gonna lie, that's a big disadvantage for the defense. That's a big disadvantage.
Think about the mental aspect.
That's what I'm saying, intimidation. Yeah.
Yeah, because, dog, there were folks alligating arm catches just because, like, damn, I feel like it's coming.
I'm finna get smacked.
The pressure not even there that time, man. He said that black Cowboy hat clean, landlord.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate it, man.
That motherfucker is nice.
Appreciate you. But I ain't gonna lie, I like how, like we said, you can look at Roy Williams wasn't really that dope when you think about it at the end of the day. He was just smacking people, bro. Like, Roy was smacking the hell out of folks. Like, he made you scared to catch.
Because that used to be like a skill set. Like, a big hitter was a skill set.
Yeah, and it was valued.
Yeah, super valued. That's why he made all those Pro Bowl selections.
The last big hitter we had to that caliber. Now, I look at Dono as a big hitter. I don't know. It's been a minute since I seen one of those. You know what I'm saying? Them Dono hits that made us fall in love with his play. It's been a minute since I seen those, because, like, I ain't gonna lie. He laid Cooks out, bro. Like, that was crazy. You remember that hit? When he hit Dalvin Cook for Minnesota that game? That was one of the craziest hits I done seen in a long time. But, like, we don't see Dono get to that level no more. But, man, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, the biggest hitter we had in the past, like, 10 years to me, it was my boy J.J. Wilcox. That boy was laying hat out there.
Yeah, Wilcox used to knock folks' earlobes off.
He was laying hat.
He
Yes.
was going crazy.
But let's get back on that. I know we got a lot. Go ahead.
You Gucci, man. Like, hell, the conversation's good. We can always take a break. Listen, this is our show. Who gonna tell us to get back on tag? This is our show.
Facts.
This is the reason that we do it. Yes. For real, though. But, yeah, man. So we talked about how motion can help identify coverages for the quarterback, and also to get your personnel in better position to execute their given assignment. So, all right, so cool. Let's say that it is man coverage, and I want to get my guy running a shallow. Well, if I put him in motion and give him a head start, is it not easier for him to run away from the guy defending him?
Yeah.
If I need somebody to pick the receiver, is it not easier if I motion him into a bunch formation so that he's right there?
Facts.
You know, so there's a lot of different things you can do with motion. Because listen, I know that we haven't been talking about like sets. You know, you have like a 1x3, a 2x2, a 3x1, 4x1. You know, like a 2 nub. Like there's all this different formations that you can go to.
Personnel groupings and stuff.
Depending on how many eligible receivers you have on one side compared to the other. Like the way that teams play defense also has to change depending on where everybody is located. So the rules for example, if a defense is playing match coverage, the rules for playing match coverage against a 3x1 is slightly different than the rules of playing match coverage against a 2x2. Right, so like those responsibilities change, and especially if you force that change right at the snap, you could be in a 3x1 all the way up until the second before you snap, and then the last moment you have somebody screaming across the field to set up that 2x2, to have that man in motion at that point. So like you give yourselves like a lot of advantages, especially if you're when you call the motion and what the defense is going against. He said, "What up, Henny? What's up, HTM? What up, landlord? Was wondering if y'all gonna do a film breakdown on Jerry Jacobs. Cowboys brought him in for a workout. Probably not. Honestly, no lies to be told right here. If we sign Jerry Jacobs, I might see what I can find for him. But I don't know what his background is. I don't know how much he actually played in the NFL. So I'll have to see, but probably not.
I'm gonna have to look him up. Who is that guy?
It's a cornerback from the UFL that they brought in for a workout.
Oh, okay. I think they already selling us on Elam. Elam and Bland gonna be your cornerback starting out.
Man, do you think that Trayvon Diggs played week 1? I know we're getting sidetracked, but I'll bring this down for a second.
I hope so. If he can, I don't want him to, but if he is, let's just say a miracle happened. Like, you know, if you believe in God, you should believe in some miracles sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, let's say a miracle happened. And Trey is all the way 100% healthy for week 1. I'm on that side. But the likelihood, let's just say, you know what I'm saying? The likelihood of that happening is very, very slim. And I wouldn't advise him to, unless he feels like, hey, you know what I'm saying? This was amazing, a miraculous recovery all of a sudden, and now he's just feeling like a kid again. That's the only time I say I advise that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wouldn't, because I don't think that this man is Wolverine. I don't think that he's regenerating that quick. So I want the best for Trayvon Diggs. I want him to be in Dallas long term. I want him to, you know, spend his prime in Dallas, being healthy, playing for the Cowboys, and helping us compete. I don't know if that will ever happen if we rush him back year in and year out from these kind of season-ending injuries. I just don't view it as plausible. Like you said, a miracle can happen. You know, God done turned water into wine. He helped convert Saul into Paul. You know, like miracles happen, but you know, I don't think it's likely in Trayvon Diggs' instance, because you know I think he takes too much pink Molly with his brother.
Yikes!
In the good
chill out! Don't do that!
I'm just saying. All right, man.
There has been no proof of that. Here, don't do that, man. Like that.
All I'm saying is, like when the motion hit, you know, Trayvon Diggs might get stuck because you know he might be tweaking a little bit. He might have caught a contact being around his brother. You know, you take the pink Molly, I heard you can get high from skin to skin contact. He might have gave the man a hug, and he gonna be zooted. Oh shit! All right, but let me see what else is on here when we talk about motion, because there's a lot of things that are positive about motion, and it's a laundry list of shit that he got on here. Let's see, what was the last one? Oh, to create problems for the defense in man under coverages when attempting to hold or bump receivers at the line of scrimmage. Yeah, you can't really play bump and run when somebody's in motion. Like, how the hell I'm supposed to get a hand on you and you run across the field?
Thanks.
All right, to cause movement, I'm gonna run through the last couple, and then we're gonna discuss how we feel about that being implemented, and then we'll move on to the next shit. All right, to cause movement on the part of the defense in an effort to realign their personnel with the coverage calls and changes and not allow them to set themselves and react to familiar offensive patterns, make the defense play on the move. That's very smart. And this is old. You know, like Marty was doing this with the Chargers. This is back in like 06.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, he should know exactly how to run an offense these days. He been around the block, and like he claims that he didn't have sole possession over the offense. So even these little things these nuggets that we gathering should be like, you know what I'm saying, pieces to the puzzle we trying to figure out what type of offense Mr. Schottenheimer gonna run.
Correct. Because they said, they said with like 30% of his offense in Seattle, and we know he ain't called not a single play over here. So,
yeah.
You know, and I also think that will play an advantage in us, you know, early on, because they ain't going to have like a deep well of knowledge to say what his offense is. So you might be able to get the jump on some folks, especially early in the season without a lot of tape.
Exactly.
All right, I'm going to knock the last two out real quick. To force opponents to spend practice time and effort on adjusting to movement patterns rather than improving defensive skills and schemes. And that's some Game of Thrones shit. Like, hey, man, we're going to run motion just so you got to practice for it.
Yeah. I love it.
All right, to create a visual complexity to the defense, yet be able to run the same basic plays from a variety of looks. And that is entail what motion meant for Marty Ball and what it probably means for Brian Schottenheimer, the son of Marty Schottenheimer. So what are your opinion on all that? I know it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
But I mean, like I said, it seems like Shot is gonna be more on the modern side, more on the innovative side, more on the motion and the deception and the personnel packaging. Like he's gonna be manipulating a lot of these things to try to make an advantage on a play-to-play basis. And I think that's important for what we trying to do to succeed. Like when you got a creative play call and a play designer plus a very talented roster on the offensive side, you can cook, man. You can cook in this league. I just told you the rules are heavily tilted in the offense's favor. So, hey, you should be able to go out here and cook with the personnel we got. Even though, you know, the running back situation is not ideal, in my opinion. But I think we got enough to manage. You know what I'm saying? We don't do anything. Make no mistake about it. We got enough to manage. We just want to thrive. We don't want to survive. We want to thrive. That's the only reason we fighting for a running back. We want a gangster at running back. You know what I'm saying? We got some junior gangsters right now. You know what I'm saying? We got some YNs, some people who just jumped off the porch yesterday as running backs, and we wanted some real gangsters. So maybe, just maybe, somebody can turn into one. You know what I'm saying? After you've been off the porch so long, you're going to turn into one after a while. So, you know what I'm saying?
Being around gangsters, you become a gangster.
Yeah, you are who you be around. You are what you do. So, after a while, hopefully one of these running backs can materialize into something real gangster. But as far as Schottenheimer go, man, I just want to kind of see if he still can get the vibe and the feel for calling plays. I think instincts and game flow and situational football, those are the things that I'm going to be paying a lot of attention to. So I need to see exactly how he's going to operate in some pressurized situations. Those are the things I'm looking at. You know what I'm saying? If he can be gangster and smooth as he is on the interview podium in those situations, we going to have something cooking. You know what I'm saying? Shotty been winning everybody over, doing everything right. And I hope he can carry that on into this play calling and be one of the smoothest, one of the greatest in the world, like he loved to throw out there. Like the greatest play caller in the world. That's what I need to see out of Brian.
So listen, I'm not saying he's the greatest play caller in the world, but he got a good track record. I want to show you something real quick, man. All right. So previously served at the Seahawks offensive coordinator for 3 seasons. He set records with the Seattle Seahawks. A lot of folks don't actually know this. but he led the Seahawks to franchise records in points in the season, and he led Seahawks to franchise records in points per game as well. The season that he did that in 2020, it was actually the season where the running game was non-existent. Chris Carson was going through his injury thing. That's the season that they were like a bottom 20 run attack, and Russell Wilson threw for 40 touchdowns. Your boy DK Metcalf was a second-year player, but he had his best season up to this point. He went for 1,300 yards and 10 touchdowns in Brian Schottenheimer's scheme. Tyler Lockett went for over 1,000 yards as well. So, that goes into the fact, that he talked about being multiple and being able to attack in a multitude of different ways when it comes to his offense. Like, sure, the first 2 years, they were a very run-dominant, team, and they were able to run the ball, produce top rushing offenses. And then when the run game wasn't there, they set a Seattle Seahawks record in points because they threw the ball to DK Metcalf a ton of times, threw the ball to Tyler Lockett a ton of times. And both arguably had their best career seasons in 2020 under Brian Schottenheimer, even though the run game was there, they're non-existent. So I do believe that he's the kind of offensive coordinator that you want, because instead of living and dying by the run, he went and made adjustments. He went out there and he aired that mug out. Russell Wilson threw for 40 touchdowns for the only time in his career. DK Metcalf had his only 1,300-yard season. Tyler Lockett had one of his best seasons. So
sound like he brought the best out of him. And now that you think about it, it makes sense that Shotty wanted somebody like Pickens, because it seems like he basically like a jacked up version of Lockett when you think about it. He's a deep ball guy the same way, but he's just taller and a little more dynamic when it comes to the 50-50 ball.
Yes, indeed. And listen, that's one thing I do want to talk about, man, because we saw how, we saw the Tyler Lockett effect. We saw the 3 years without Tyler Lockett, and we saw the 3 years where Tyler Lockett didn't have Brian Schottenheimer, I should say, and then we saw the 3 years that he was with Brian Schottenheimer. Career high numbers across the board. He had a slightly better season in receiving yards in like 2021, but he never hit 10 touchdowns again. He never hit 100 receptions again. He had his best 3-year stretch with Brian Schottenheimer. And the same thing with DK Metcalf. I don't have a graphic, but he had his best season as a pro with Brian Schottenheimer. So I'm willing to believe that one of these wide receivers, or maybe two of these guys have their best season as a pro under Brian Schottenheimer. I already feel that George Pickens, with the amount of opportunities he's going to get, is going to fit that mold. But why can't somebody like John Domingo, who's already in a similar style of that big X that you could throw the ball up to vertically? Why not Jalen Tolbert, who actually was a big play, deep threat guy in college? He ain't really just had been able to do that consistently at the NFL level. But maybe, with some of his play sets, with some of his play designs, maybe that these guys get turned up. Who knows? But I believe that Brian Schottenheimer isn't just this. What I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to articulate is this. I know he's talked a lot about the run, setting things up with the run, how he likes to run. I even got stuff in here where he was talking about, hey, man, we don't really like the short passing game. We'd rather run the ball in those situations so we can throw the ball down the field, right? But I also believe that he is not crazy enough to see something not working and not making adjustments.
Yeah. I feel the same way. I think he'll adjust. Like, that's one of the things about coaching like him. I think he feel like, he's a little more hands-on, so the detail stuff, he should have a better grasp on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of the coaches be more bigger picture. I think Mike McCarthy was a bigger picture guy, so he's kind of like overseeing most stuff and just calling plays. But I think Shot is super detailed. That's why he talking to every single person, and you know what I'm saying? Like, he going around visiting every single room, and he's just a way more detailed, nuanced person. And, both ways can work, so it's not just like throwing nobody under the bus, but I think he's a little more nuanced, so he's going to pay attention to details for sure.
Oh, yeah, no doubt. And I like the way he's doing things, man. I'm not sure if it was done, but Dez Bryant just talked to the rookie class today. He went to the Star, talked to the rookies. So, I don't know how around Dez Bryant has been, we know that he wasn't fooling with
Mike.
with Jason Garrett.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like, he hates Jason Garrett. He's very open about he wasn't shit. But I'm not sure how around and involved he was when Mike was there. But it's good to see that he's trying to bring in some, and that's really not a bad idea. Like, you got all these former great players from the Dallas Cowboys organizations like DeMarcus Ware, Dez Bryant, Michael Irvin, and Tony Casillas, fan of the show, right? All these guys that made these Pro Bowl selections, all pros, won championships. It's a good tool to have, especially in teaching, when you got young, aspiring, up and coming athletes. Like, I think that's a good approach that he's taking.
I think that bring back the culture, man. The culture of winning. The
C word again.
What, the culture? Yeah,
Culture.
Captain Culture. I think that's his nickname for me, Captain Culture, because I think we know that's one of his biggest emphasis, but I think that's another way he attacked that. You know what I'm saying? Bringing in those old players, reminding us and letting these young guys know what it mean to be a Cowboy, bro. Like, what it mean to be a legendary Dallas Cowboy. Like, this is different. Like, some teams don't have this decorated history that we got, and we sit up and let people disrespect it a lot, and for no reason. Like, we need to go a little hard on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we still the Dallas Cowboys. We still one of the best franchises in football, even if you hate us. And we know we the best. So, you know what I'm saying? We need to demand a little more respect like that. We need to walk like that, talk like that. Like, we need to real life embrace that. And I think that music type situation, I think that's gonna help us out a lot though, cause you want the young guys in their element, man. Like, I ain't saying it's the biggest deal ever, but I mean, I work listening to music. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody work a little better when they listening to music. So if you're not letting them get in their comfort zone, sometimes they might not want to come there. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, I gotta go to work. And now I can't listen to nothing. You know what I'm saying? But when you change that, now they like, man, I get to go to work. Like, you want to go to work now, because you know you finna still be able to be yourself, be free, have fun with the work. So I think that's a great environment. That's some good camaraderie for the guys, man. So, yeah, we looking forward to seeing the results on the field, though. That's all I'm waiting on.
Hey, facts. That's why I mostly talk X's and O's on here. Because, listen, I love what you're telling me, Shotty. It sounds amazing. But let me do some digging to see what the hell you was over there in Seattle doing.
Yeah.
Also, shout out to Numbhead Neil. He said, what's up, gents? He said he slapped up 1,052 Eagles fans before checking in. Hand is falling off with all the rot. Because, listen, they are contaminated with, like, salmonella, West Nile virus, and herpes. So, it's like a mixture of nastiness when you touch an Eagles fan. So
he shorted us 48 though. He should have went ahead and made it. You know what I'm saying?
A pure 1100.
The full 1100.
His hand would have made it. It's already holding on.
We appreciate your efforts though, man. We appreciate your efforts.
Man, salute to my guy though, man. Yeah, he said landlord AirPods always in at work. That's landlord for sure.
Facts. I'm look, but I'm gonna work like crazy when I got the music going though. See, when you ain't thinking about the work, it make it go way easier. You know what I'm saying? You just working, but you vibing in your head. So yeah, that's a better way to work, man. And look, who work out? Could you imagine working out without music?
Hell no.
I ain't gonna lie. I done 100% turned around and went back home because I left my headphones. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, hey, that's why I ain't in shape now, probably. But goddamn, I need my headphones. I need my headphones, man. I had to go back home to get them. I can't survive. Sorry.
Hey, it is what it is. But like you said, that music shit might help them. Like, hey, instead of being intimidated, they might be too turned going out that mud.
You see what I'm saying? And then, like, it's a little aspect to younger players, bro. You might supposed to be scared. But you so young and turned that you don't know no better. You go out there and do something you don't even supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you supposed to be afraid right now, but you just so young, crazy, and green that you just go out there and defy all the odds. Like, that's possible.
You saw Cooper DeJean pick off Patrick Mahomes. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? He just young and turned and ready. Like, hey, let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but I found this article, man, about the Brian Schottenheimer scheme. And they said, this man said right here, Seattle Seahawks on Sports Illustrated. Matty Brown is the author. Seahawks offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer schemes one of the NFL's best designed passing attacks. Like that's a glowing review just from the start of it.
That's
Got him and Russell Wilson posing like they just won every championship in the world.
Facts.
All right, let's get into this shit. Let's see what they talking about. Seahawks offensive coordinator still isn't getting the credit he deserves. Week 9 home victory over the Buccaneers, 40-34 overtime squeaker they put up 40 points. Was the latest example of Shotty's dream scheme. He dictated, adapted, and adjusted. His attack dragged Seattle to a 7-2 record. Damn, they over there hooping like that.
Yeah.
So this is neither here nor there. How would you feel, landlord, if Dallas Cowboys started off 7-2 this year?
I feel great. Excellent.
Which losses would you accept? Like
It depends on. I got to see the first 9 games.
First 9 games. Okay.
I need to see them.
Let's say your only 2 losses are to. Because I don't want to lose to an NFC team. I'm trying to see if there's any worthwhile.
Don't matter what
NFC
you
team.
want to do. Let's go off logic a little bit.
All right, let's say our only 2 losses are Green Bay and Philly. But
That's 2 of them though.
we done beat the shit out of everybody else. We done smacked everybody else on the schedule up to that point.
Can I take Green Bay back? Because I think that's a mindset game, bro. Like, we probably should beat Green Bay. But are we? Are we going to beat Green Bay? See what I'm saying? That's a mindset game. I feel like those are the games that Shotty should win. Like, what? Okay, if we still have the same problems with the same teams, how are we feeling? Because, like, it's not the coaches no more. It's the players. Like, if we still can't beat San Francisco when we line up, no matter what the situation is, no matter what the, personnel looking like, and we still catching L's to San Francisco and Green Bay, after a while, I'm looking at y'all just like, hey, man, listen. It ain't too many more coaches we can bring in here to try to blame for this. Like, it's something in the players' mind that we got to get them over. You see what I'm saying? Because we supposed to beat San Francisco last year, bro.
San Francisco, yeah.
We supposed to beat them, bro. It was no reason for us to lose that game.
Well, we should have, but we know what happened. A couple
Drops.
A couple drops. Like, even think about that drop that Turpin had. Love Turpin, but third down, like, best throw. I think it probably was Dak best throw of the game. Hit the man down the sideline, both hands. If he caught it, he would have been in bounds. Like, he dropped it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rebel span forward when we had opportunity to go up 14-3. He dropped the ball in the end zone.
He did.
You know what I'm saying? So, like when you leave meat on the bone, of course you're not going to get full. You know what I'm saying? You're going to leave hungry, you leave meat on the bone, man. He said, one tech. Yes, I also believe if we get one, can definitely go 7-2 to start. Oh, Arizona. Like, Arizona sort of, yeah, we lose to Arizona all the time.
I always lose to Arizona.
Yeah, so we got to figure that shit out. But,
we should be able to break some of these curses.
Because Philly ain't a curse. Like, we still.
Oh, we ain't worried about Philly.
Yeah,
we should split that at the worst.
At the worst, we're going to split with Philly. I'm not concerned about that. All right, so let's just go through this. It was nice to see Seattle have a season-high pass rate of 66% in neutral situations.
You know what might be the best situation, though? I'm sorry. I might forget this. I'm going to have to say it.
Go ahead.
Best case scenario for the Dallas Cowboys to get to the championship. If we play the Eagles in the NFC Championship. Because I feel like we get up for them games. Like, real talk, we'll be ready for Philly. If we ain't ready for nobody else, bro, we'll go into Philly like, let's go,
and Washington. So they good now.
At Washington, too. Washington and Philly, like, bro, I got full confidence in the Cowboys. Now, I know Philly's a great team. You know what I'm saying? I give them that, but I wouldn't be worried about my team being scared or nervous against them guys. Like, I know one thing, we going to be ready to play Philly.
when you play somebody all the time, there is no fear.
Yeah.
Like, you know them.
And
Like,
I feel
know
like
them.
going into Philly, bro, I feel like with Dak as our quarterback, I feel like our team feel like we should win that. Real talk. I don't feel like it's the Super Bowl time. I just feel like walking in there with Dak, bro, I feel like they like, bro, we finna beat these dudes. Real talk.
They always do. Matter of fact, Dak said that Philly is one of their favorite places to play.
I'm telling you, he finna. I just feel like he bring that far as that confidence far as the team go, and I don't think they gonna fear Philly going in there. Now, hey, if they don't fear him and get whooped, that just might have didn't take it serious enough. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think they gonna be scared about it.
Yeah. No, you ain't lying. That's a damn good point. That's a very good point. Like I said, this is our show, nigga. You ain't gotta apologize for stopping anything.
Yeah, yeah. I just felt like that'll be a dream scenario. We mess around and play Washington in the NFC Championship. Who won't be confident in that game?
Not a single soul. Like, man, we gonna beat the shit out of Washington.
Bro, the Cowboy Dak? Shit.
If Cooper
Bruh.
Rush can beat him, we can beat him.
Man, we'll smack Washington around. Real talk.
All right, cause this thing need to load in. Cause I really don't care about the article itself, but they were doing like some film and some breakdowns on some concepts, and I need the shit to load in real quick. Oh, here it go. Shit, I talked all that shit and it's right down here. So this is a drive concept. Cause listen, all 22 film from back then is not on the stuff that we use. So, you know, it's hard to come by. That's why when you find stuff like this, it's like striking gold. The score is 27-27, by the way. So, Brian Schottenheimer's defense did him no fucking favors throughout the course of this game. But I'm finna show you this drive concept that he ran and how it worked. Well, I'm just gonna play it. I'm finna let it go through. All right, they lined up. It's gonna be a drive. I think it's man coverage. Running away, big play, down the sideline, out of bounds. Now they finna show you why it worked. They were in cover one. They illustrated it out. Everybody is manned up. Cover one defense, single high safety in the back. They finna show the diagram for the play now. Drive. It's gonna be a shallow, a big dig, and 2 clear outs. Right. He's gonna be able to run away from the defender.
All
Nice
man
little rub.
beaters too, by the way.
All man beaters. Nice little rub. Nice spacing. Like, this is a telegraph. Look how much space there is right there. This man got a free release off the ball. Just because he could not come through because the drive going to get into his route, but the big dig is going to pick on the way into his release. So this is a beautiful concept. Very
And
easy.
a drag is always gonna stress out a man defense.
Yep. Especially with somebody with that kind of speed. That's time to lock it.
I thought it was like it at first. I couldn't tell though. That's the type of play you would run for Lockett. You know what I'm saying?
Here's a motion.
Given his speed and skill set.
Same damn play, different look.
Now you can put DK on that and just let them pray to God they can tackle him. Get him with a full head of steam. You know what I'm saying? Let DK run that too.
Hey, you remember what he said about being multiple, running the same thing from a different look?
Yeah.
He was out wide, but he motioned them in so he can benefit from the pick still. But they just ran it from a different formation. It's the same exact concept. It's still a drive concept.
I love that crossing scheme down there at the bottom. That's dope.
Oh yeah, the switch release.
Yeah, that's dope.
And what's crazy is just window dressing on display. You know
Yeah.
you can get back to it, but that's
And
just
you
window
know
dressing
he gonna
on
go back to it. He probably will.
Because it still functions the same way. You still got 2 guys clearing out vertically. You still got a shallow cross, and you still got a dig. So that was the drive concept on that one that he ran. And listen, it's hard to find this shit, dog. So when I found this, you know, it was just like finding oil in your backyard. I feel like I got a little bit richer. A little bit richer.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to HTM with the research, man. I feel like you one of the best in the business when it comes to researching and especially like numbers and you know what I'm saying, stuff like this, digging in the crates. I feel like you one of the best, man. So hey, this stuff ain't easy either, man. So y'all make sure y'all show him some love for doing all this research, man. I don't know nobody else that would have brought it to y'all this thorough, and he still got more.
Oh, I got a shit ton more. I appreciate y'all too, man, for the love and support, dog. Y'all real. Appreciate my brother landlord for the kind words. See, I gotta start saying nice shit about landlords sometimes, man. Because
sometimes it's crazy.
Sometimes, man. Because like you an evil country nigga, all kinds of stuff when we come on the show. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta be nicer to my homeboy, man. I gotta, especially during like this is like male mental health month, and I be talking crazy.
He trying to make me tap out of it.
I be talking crazy about my boy, man. So I gotta be better. I got to be better.
Crazy
Hold on,
work.
they got more on here because I know it's here. I just gotta see. You know what? I think after this ad moves, then the next video gonna play for the next concept. I just gotta be patient. I just gotta be patient. I do want my shit right now though, cause I ain't here to watch no ads. Nope, it's in here somewhere. Cause I already stole the screenshots, so I know it's in here.
There you go.
Nah, that's the same one that just played. Cause that's Drive again, but he also got play action spear, play action slide. Cause I seen him already. You know what? This might just be. Oh, there it goes. It was an ad in the way. There was an ad. So I had to close it out, and it's finna play now. Skip ad, damn it. There you go. Okay, this is Shallow. Damn, I hate these niggas.
They be hating on the greatness.
Like every time I want to play something, they try to play the ad. But I'm finna just see if I can skip through this stuff. Cause I want y'all to see these concepts. Cause I don't care anything about what Running Staley talking about. Cause they had to play up too. I hate these niggas. But anyway, dog. In the meantime, while we talk about this though, man, just from what we seen, it showed the versatility in his offense already. Because when you can run the same play and make it look completely different from what you just seen, you know, from a couple plays ago, still catch them off guard. That is a hallmark of great play calling. That's the hallmark of a great play caller and great play
Deception.
design. Yes, deception. Because that did not look like the same play up until the play was ran. Okay, so here.
It's just gonna hate you out today.
Every fucking time. Fuck
How is this gonna keep playing ass? This is crazy.
Like, nigga, I will.
Seattle said y'all is the ops, so we ain't letting y'all see it.
Man, I hate.
Hey Seattle, don't make us come down there and huff and puff and blow your house down now. Relax.
Man, real talk. He said Henny the GOAT. Ah man, he said ghetto stats nerd, as boss would say. Hey man, we looking at film right now, so
he more than that though. He more than that.
All love. Let me see. If they ever get through trying to tell me what the fuck is this Monjaro?
Monojaro.
Monographic.
Want a gyro? Do you want a gyro?
This is crazy.
They are running out of names for this medicine, so they just making up all kind of crazy stuff. So ain't no telling what they gonna say. They gonna start saying izzle and trizzle and mizzle.
What are they treating? They just got random men standing around. I seen a nigga at a wedding. I seen a dude blowing bubbles.
You know how they do. They gonna make sure they trying to show you that you gonna be feeling excellent after you take this medicine. Like, they ain't even studying the medicine. Like, you just gonna be feeling absolutely wonderful afterwards.
Oh my God.
Is this it?
No, it's not. It's another ad. They be trying to play these ads on top of ads, man.
We might have to just let them live on that. You gonna get smoked out the money.
Man, I'm gonna shoot me some, cause listen, I'm gonna edit all the ads out. They got me cause listen, they ain't paying me. They ain't paying me to have these ads on here. So you know.
Yeah, they tripping.
Yeah, they tweaking. Cause how you gonna play 17 ads on
the show
video?
For free?
Yeah, on a video that you got already. Like, you just keep replaying the ad. Nobody trying to watch this bullshit. But it says 6 seconds to go. If it don't show it this time, I might just flip everything over and go home. Damn, fuck. All right, they just keep spamming ads.
Yeah, they hated us out, bro.
Yeah, fuck them. Yeah, we're not even finna worry about it. We got some shit for y'all, but man, I might just have to break down and then show the screenshot. 'Cause I wanted to show you the actual play and how it works. So this is the play I try to get to. This is a damn spear concept. Ran down in the red zone. It's a very similar concept to what a Yankee concept is. A Yankee is a post and a deep over. This is just pretty much 2 over routes. You run this out of like a 7-man protection. Usually use play action because you need time for the play to develop. You're gonna bootleg them out to one side, and you're gonna have the ability to throw back into the flat, or you're gonna have the ability to throw to whichever guy pops open. You usually want to use this against a single high safety look. There's one singular safety standing his ass in the middle of the field, so you know you got the look that you want. Right? He does stuff like this. And listen, it's not a bad play design, not a bad play call or anything like that. He missed the throw. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you, he was wide open. Russ missed the fuck out of the throw. So I just wanted to go ahead and give you the answer to what happened. But it was a great play design. It was a great look. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I wouldn't mind seeing the Dallas Cowboys do, on a consistent basis in the red zone. Because scoring in the red zone is super important. It's one of the most important things, and that's something I will give Schottenheimer. His team scored in the red zone. They were a good red zone scoring team when he was there in Seattle.
That's very important. We need it.
Damn sure need it because, dog, we got to score points. One of the things that derailed us last year is that we drove the ball the length of the field, and then we walk away with that motherfucker with 3 points. Or we have a turnover in the red zone and we don't get any points. Like, stuff like that, prevents you from winning games, especially against better teams. Because we drove the ball up and down the field against the Detroit Lions the first 2 drives. We had to settle for a field goal the first drive, and then we fucked around and we had the red zone interception the second time down. So we could have had 14 points, right? 14 possible points, ended up with 3.
Yeah, for sure. We gotta capitalize on them, man. We got to. We ain't trying to settle. You can't beat nobody for real these days with 3 points. You got to get 7.
Got to get 7. The teams are too good. We already talked about how the offenses have all the advantages in the NFL. You can't forcefully dislodge the ball from a defender. They don't allow you to limit their motion across the field like that. Because that's illegal contact, defensive pass interference, all kind of things. So they got all the advantages with the way that the game is called. You can't go down there and only score 3 points. You just can't, because it's going to be hard for your defense to hold that team to 3 points.
Facts.
Let's move along though, because
I really can't live off of that.
Yeah, I really, really wanted to show that. They hated me out, but we still got plenty of shit to show, man. So shout out to Brian Schottenheimer. He said the reason the Seahawks just don't go quick throws in the pass game all the time is they value the deep play action passes and using the run to set that up. It varies, what he told the News Tribune. So listen, plays like this play action slide is illustrated over here. It's set up by the run. You cannot run some of these play action concepts and you ain't ran the ball but once. You done call 10 plays and you got one run play in that motherfucker. You think the play action is really gonna fool these folks?
Facts. You gotta sell it better than that.
You damn sure got to, man, because listen, I know that folks was trying to say, well, you can run play action without the run, like maybe before, maybe like the first couple plays of the game, you just run play action, instead of an actual run, sure, because the game just started. You do that shit too many times, and they just finna abandon all run responsibility. They finna just try to crash down on some of these routes. So, but this is a play that he uses a lot. This play action slide is called slide because the wide receiver that's on that end, they're gonna slide him behind the line of scrimmage into the flat. They're going to have 2 clear out routes over there, and then they're going to bring the other wide receiver that's right there standing in front of him. He's going to run like an over route. So it's going to end up being like a level read. You can read the flat. The flat ain't there. You can throw the ball to the wide receiver coming across on the over route in the middle of the field.
Yeah, that's dope. I like that. That should be pretty effective, especially with if you put like Turpin right down there over. That'll be dope.
Yep. So imagine these wide receivers, is CeeDee Lamb and not Tober, but Turpin. And you sending CeeDee Lamb behind the line of scrimmage, giving him a free release into the flat, and somebody like a linebacker or a damn safety might have to come down and check the flat depending on what coverage they in. Then you vacate that big ass area. If they do get there in time, you vacate that area behind it so Turpin can have a free release and maybe get down the sideline for a monster play.
Yeah.
Like when we look at this, think about the personnel that we have. Or think about it like this: a very common wide receiver set you're going to see a lot: CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens.
Facts. That's gonna be nasty.
So yeah. So listen, I'm gonna pull this down so we can just talk just like conceptual football real quick. We don't even need this up at the moment for that. I'm gonna just put it to you like this, man. We're gonna have to run the ball a little bit. I'm not saying that we gotta live and die by it. I just want us to run the ball enough so where they can buy the play action. That's it. That's all. That's all you actually need for me to be satisfied.
So they can play honest and respect it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to run. I'm not saying we don't need to run, but I ain't opposed to abandoning the run at times because I'm saying, bro, we don't have them. We don't have good running backs. Hopefully they turn into good running backs, and then this won't be a problem. This won't be a discussion no more. But we need to be productive in the run game. You know what I'm saying? I would like to see our splits when it comes to explosive runs. You know what I'm saying? Compared to giving them up. Because I know we give it up. You know what I'm saying? We giving up explosive runs.
We're bad. I think we only have one 20-yard run all season.
See, that's so hard on your offense when you not getting no explosive runs from your offense, and then it's all dependent upon the passing game. So now everybody's sitting up there like, Dak, why you not doing great stuff? Why you not balling, Dak? It's all Dak's fault. When your run game over there hiding because they know they ain't did nothing.
Man, that's the thing. That's why I think the Dallas Cowboys should have kept Tony Pollard. Even though he was hurt, he did enough. He was explosive enough as a runner, even off of the injury, to where you weren't always nickel and diming your way down the field. He would at least get you a 15, 17-yard run before he didn't do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He at least get you a couple of chunk plays to keep you honest. So, and now he's healthy. He's still putting up 1,000 yards over there with the Titans, and we know the quarterback situation over there ain't been worth a damn. They've really been relying on that run game. So I think the Dallas Cowboys should have probably kept Tony Pollard, seeing as what the fuck we got right now. Because you could have had Tony Pollard, and then you could have just drafted, like a power back. You could have drafted like Martinez or something like that, and that could have been your 1-2 punch going into the season. You would have probably felt better about that. Or David Neal.
That's a given.
Yeah.
We definitely should have kept Tony Pollard. Right now, we would have been a fool with Tony. You know what I'm saying? Or Rico.
Could have kept Rico for the hell we got. You know what I'm saying? This is something that I think also, we talk about what Brian Schottenheimer does. We need to talk about some shit that he gonna correct.
True.
Let me show you something. I need to take this down so that y'all can see it, because my boy comment still up there. The bottom, at the very, very bottom, is Dak Prescott. EPA per drop back from play action under center since 2022. Dak is shotgun king.
Give me a minute real quick here. You good.
All right. Go ahead. So landlord has to go finish making a bomb or another weapon of mass destruction, because we know that he is the most evil of them all. So while he is away, we're going just to walk through this list. All right. So Brock Purdy leads the way with play action passing under center. Patrick Mahomes is next. Love, Jared Goff, Josh Allen, Tua. The point that I'm trying to say is this. Dak Prescott is putting up great numbers. He's doing phenomenal, right? 2023 was an MVP candidate. He put up all these great stats. He's doing it primarily from just open field shotgun passing, and I think that it's a detriment to Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys offense, because I think if you put Dak Prescott back under center and he's able to get the play fakes, he's able to utilize the run game, he's able to set up some of these 7-man protections. You're able to set up some of these 6-man protections. Give Dak Prescott more time to push the ball down the field. I think it pays dividends for the Dallas Cowboys, man. Because listen, I'm not saying that Dak Prescott is bad. I'm just saying that the way that we're asking Dak Prescott to never be under center, to never, be under center, is a detriment. That's a hard way to play. Because think about it. There's only so many run concepts that you can even run from play action formations. From like just being just in shotgun, like being straight shotgun, 5 wide, 4 wide, and a nub maybe. It's hard as hell. It's hard as a motherfucker to just go out there and play offense like that. But Dak Prescott has done it at a very high level. Right? He's done it at a very high level. But when you look at some of these other quarterbacks, Brock Purdy has been to a Super Bowl and he's been to an NFC Championship game in that time frame. Patrick Mahomes has been to 3 Super Bowls in that time frame and won 2, playing a lot more under center than Dak Prescott has. Jared Goff went to an NFC Championship game. We know that a lot of the stuff that he does is under center play action passes set up by that run game. Josh Allen, Josh Allen is a great quarterback. He's a great quarterback. I take nothing away from him. But I'm just saying, if they're putting him under center, you know what I'm saying? If they're putting him under center, you should probably put Dak Prescott under center. Matthew Stafford is under center. Tua is out there. He's under center way more than Dak Prescott, and he got Tyreek Hill and Jaden Waddle. So my point is this, man. The Dallas Cowboys need to rethink how they're calling their passing play, how they're calling their passing attack. Because by the numbers, Dak Prescott is an excellent play action passer. Like, his stuff is through the roofs. His touchdown percentage is higher. His turnover margin is lower. His completion percentage is higher. Passer rating is higher. But it just seems like we never really put him in situations where you can actually sell the hard play action play fakes. It's very hard to have, play action fakes that they just gotta dive and crash in for out of shotgun. You give the little feint. They give the little feint, but it's not really a lie. It's like a flash of the eyes and it's gone. He said Boomer Eisen 2.0. Why can't I see DeQuincy anyway? DeQuincy, I don't know who done hexed you and cursed you. Every time you in the chat, I cannot see your comments no more. I don't have you blocked. I don't know what the hell they done did to you. But I cannot see you at all, DeQuincy. So shout out to my boy DeQuincy, man. Whoever done bamboozled DeQuincy, you're wrong for that, but I don't ever get to see my boy comments no more. I'm gonna figure out a way to get you back in the chat box, Quincy. I'm gonna figure it out, bro. But yeah, so I just need the Dallas Cowboys to recalibrate how they're running their passing sets, because there's really not a reason, especially when you think about prior to this. 2022, because this is hit 2022. We had one of the better rushing attacks in the National Football League in 2022. Tony Pollard went for over 1,000 yards. Ezekiel Elliott went for over 800 yards. You should have did more, stuff under center with those two running backs and Dak Prescott in the passing game. So I don't know, dog. I don't know, but that's just weird to me. It's so slanted that way, You would just think, and that's one of the reasons why when people say that Kellen Moore was this play calling, passing guru and shit, I know there was only 1 year of Kellen Moore, but he didn't do a lot of under center shit either. And if you wanted to criticize Mike McCarthy for anything, that might be one of them. Like, hey, the under center play action game was non-existent. Like, Dak Prescott should not be next to Zach Wilson in regards to the amount of times they were using deep, hard play action fakes. Pause, because that shit sounded crazy as a motherfucker. The fuck I'm talking about. Say, Henny, the pass will set up the run defenses are going to want to stop Lamb and Pickens. I mean, true, that's possible. But there's a large varieties of plays that are not at your disposal if you never at least try. Right? There's a large number of plays that you cannot run out of shotgun. You really can't run Yankee out of shotgun like that. That's really a under center, deep shot, max protection play. It's like a 2-route concept that's real good against cover one. So if you never force them into situations where they got to play single high, you can't take advantages of those. There's a lot of plays that murder single high looks that you won't be able to get to if you stay in shotgun. Nobody is going to give you single high safety looks if you stay in shotgun the entire game. Nobody is. So the amount of one-on-ones you get is going to be down. The amount of these shot plays where you can, where you can take advantage of that single safety in the middle of the field, that's minimized as well. Right? So you paint yourself into a corner when you're only playing out of shotgun. Because there are limits to what every formation can do. Right? And that's one of the reasons why when you look at like the Dallas Cowboys rushing attack, if you're never running from under center, if you're never running, out of power formations, if you're never doing anything else but running out of shotgun for a majority of the time, it's not really going to work. Sure, there's teams that kind of sort of do it, but it's so skewed when you look at us. Like, we don't do it at all from what the numbers say. We just don't fucking do it. He said that was Jerry and his Hirschman Kellen. I didn't expect that offensive philosophy after seeing 2023. I mean, hey, man. But you got to think, 2023, we did not do a lot of shit from under center. We were spreading them out. We spread them out. We played find the scrub with CD Lamb. We threw him the ball 1,000 times. We hit Jake Ferguson in the seams. Right? Like, that's how we played offense. It was Dak, CD Lamb, the 2.1, offensive philosophy, get through your reads and then get into the scramble drill. That's how we played. And it worked for a season. It's just that these folks make millions and millions of dollars. Henny the Moore does this shit, for damn near free. If y'all don't donate, this is like damn near free. The shit that I go through, the work that I put in is damn near free. Like Boss, like Boss don't get paid unless y'all pay him. And if content creators like us can find these trends and find these schematical advantages and disadvantages, you don't think folks that make millions can find it?
Yes, sir.
So you weren't here for none of that. What I was talking about, was you?
I heard it briefly, but I just had to handle some business real quick. So you can give me a slight summary real quick.
I told him that you were hiding bodies, so you know. So, Land, this was the EPA per drop back for play action under center since 2022. Do you see how far back Dak Prescott is? Like, his shit is going the opposite direction from everybody
Good
else.
Lord.
They said Dak Prescott is shotgun king. Dak Prescott does not play under center. Brock Purdy does. Patrick Mahomes does to a very high rate. Jake Love, Jared Goff, C.J. Stroud, Josh Allen.
And Dak he always been a better quarterback on the center too.
Exactly.
And with his back to the defense.
Exactly, because he got damn good play fake.
Play action used to be Dak's specialty.
By the numbers, he's a great play action quarterback. So, Land, just give me your thoughts on this.
I mean, looking at these numbers, our analytics department should be taking notice. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, we don't get paid to do this. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, and they get paid millions. So if they ain't seeing these numbers and actually figuring out a way to work this stuff out, we got the wrong people around us, man. But the only thing I say the key to this is to actually having a running game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's true. But I also put it to you like this. If you only stay in shotgun, you really are limited to what kind of running plays you can run too.
That's true.
All this stuff go hand to hand with the formation usage.
All you got is a draw and what else?
Inside
you
zone.
You got a couple tosses.
Yeah, like a toss, a counter, an inside zone, an outside zone, and some draws and maybe some pins. But it take away the deception. Mm-hmm. If I remember this, if y'all remember it too, Dak was always one of the more, I'll say, deceptive quarterbacks in the way he handled the football. He was smooth. That was one of the first things I noticed about him when he came out. Not when he came out, but when he became the starter. Some people not that smooth with those play actions and stuff like that, fumbling and stumbling with the football and not pulling out or acting out a good fake. I think Dak one of the better ones at that. So we need to embrace that more. You know what I'm saying? When he was coming out, that's pretty much who he was. He was living off of it. So now when he reaches that peak level and raises his skill set, we just abandon it 100%. And then you see the better quarterbacks or the more productive quarterbacks in the league are still living off of that. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's doing Dak a disservice. We definitely need to implement that back into his repertoire, for sure. For sure. And I feel like he's going to be unstoppable if he be able to get stuff like that and pair that with what he do now. You pair that with what he do now, I feel like, I'm going to just say it point blank period. If you give Dak Prescott a dope run game and an effective run game, an effective play action scheme, Dak is going to be phenomenal, y'all. It's no doubt in my mind. When you see Dak struggle, he don't have these things. And you'll see Dak ball, and then after a while, the better teams will catch up, and now he can't sustain that because that's all he got. It's him dropping back from shotgun. So if you give him some more things to lean on, like a run game or a play action or some creativity here and there, Dak is going to be hard to deal with, y'all. He's always been a very efficient quarterback, too. You don't see Dak as somebody who a volume shooter. He's efficient. So you just got to put him in the right situation. And I promise you, I don't have no doubt in my mind if you put Dak in the right situation, he going to be ridiculous. And that's for any quarterback will be better if you put him in the right situation. But when you got a truly talented or great quarterback, if you put a great quarterback in a great situation, that's when you're going to get some ridiculousness. That's when you get the MVP situations. That's when you be able to succeed and reach those pinnacles that we ain't reached yet. You know what I'm saying? That's when you get over the hump and break that Achilles heel. We shooting for stuff like that. So we just got to marry that great player with a great scheme, great situation. And I feel like, man, we going to go crazy.
We gonna go crazy.
I agree with you on that, man. So, like I said, that's something that Scotty needs to fix. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that it just now became his ship, but you know, we be talking like, if you're there, are you really innocent? You know what I'm saying?
That's the same thing they felt about Kamala Harris. I say that every time.
Hey, man.
Was you 100% innocent? How clean was your hands, man? Let me see your hands.
There's a little blood on it.
Let me see. You got a couple bodies in that closet from what you call them too? What his name is? Sleepy Joe.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got a couple of those bodies hidden in your closet too, but you trying to 100% disconnect yourself, Shotty. Like, that's what I want to see. Is that true? Because everybody gonna dog the man who can't defend himself.
Oh yeah, of course.
Mike McCarthy is officially the Dallas Cowboys scapegoat. That's something I had to accept. You know what I'm saying? I don't like it, but that's the way they treat their coaches on the way out. Everything under the sun was Mike McCarthy's fault. And now that he's not here, everything is wonderful. And everything's going to work, and everything is great.
Do you remember at the end of The Dark Knight where he took the blame for all the Two-Face killings?
Yeah.
He just ran off into the night.
Yeah.
That's how they did.
That's how they did Mike McCarthy, man. He just was the scapegoat for every single thing. And, like, I just be trying to be fair to people, bro. Like, people see me, like, banging against those crazy narratives that they throw at some of these people, man. It's not really for the person. It's for the fairness. Because I know far too well that one day it's gonna be one of the people that I'm fond of and one of the people that you fond of. You should just be willing to bang for something fair, for what's right. Like, don't sit up there and just, you know, go along to get along because it's somebody you don't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like Mike McCarthy, so I don't care if they doing them dirty and not treating them right and not getting them no weapons. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should still be like, listen, I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? It's not right. Don't do it. You should still fight for what's right. That's all I do. Like, I fight for what's right and the fairness. It don't matter if I like the player or dislike the player or the person or the coach or whatever. I fight for what's right.
Facts, dog. Facts. And listen, it's not fair, but you know,
It's reality.
The dope and the guns was in his car.
They put it under his car and called the police.
Dope and the guns was in his car, man. I don't know what to tell you. And
They said I seen some strange looking sugar in Mike McCarthy's car. It was wrapped up pretty nice and tight.
Yeah, man. So listen,
They was rubbing their nose in it, officer. And I don't know. I never seen nothing like it in my life.
and listen, when they pulled him over, instead of saying the dope ain't mine, you know, instead of saying the dope ain't mine, he said, I don't know who dope it is. There's a difference. There's a difference, sir.
Yeah. He told without telling.
Like, nah, listen, like, they set you up, but you ain't defend yourself either.
Yeah.
You said, you know what, fuck this shit, I'm going home.
All right, he took his ball and went home. I'm glad Mike went out with his dignity, though. I think he still left with a little bit. They almost took all of it. But for him to walk away, you know, contrary to popular belief, he didn't get fired. That man walked away.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
So let's talk about this before we wrap it up. Because we've been on here a very long time. Like, I didn't realize it's been an hour and 30.
Yeah.
There's still some shit, but we'll have to cover this a different day.
It's about that time.
About that time. So, hey.
Looking at my Rolex. Go ahead.
It's about that time.
6 bad flying in at 9. Who said that?
What is Manny?
Oh, okay. You're an OG. I salute you.
Yeah, stop playing with me.
There go the world's greatest hater, JJ the Mine. Well, he's second to Hen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's the second greatest hater.
Listen, I done put too much work in my life to ever be second.
Them boys are hating tag team. That's crazy.
He said, all y'all boys being Henny, also landlord. I'm not here to hate on you today, my man.
Oh, okay. My bad. I take it back.
It's too late.
My fault.
JJ, hate on that man. Hate on him.
I ain't never heard nobody hate on Command. That's crazy. That boy hate by request. This is insane. Hey, JJ come in reporting to work. They like, yeah, sir. What you want me to do? Yeah, man, I got a great job for you today. I just need you to like hate to the best of your ability on landlord. That's all I need you to do. I need you to keep your head in the game. Are you ready? And they pumping them up with a pep talk and everything. It's crazy.
Man, this life we live, man. One day, you'll get your skills up and you can be in this kind of space.
What's the incentive on hating? You know what I'm saying?
Everything.
They give you some incentives for hating too. Like you got to be different.
Man, listen. I'm like you can probably hate your way into like a Rolex, a couple cars, a couple houses. Like
hate your way into a Rolex is crazy.
Yeah, man, it's very lucrative. Like you get top level. Like shit. Look at fat bastards like Shady McCoy. Like that nigga just get on there and hate Dak Prescott for no reason. That
just say anything.
He don't even be making sense half the goddamn time. Like shit.
He's having a wonderful career right now.
Like he's going crazy. Like he done tricked out the NFL money, so he just got that
he
show
got the hating money.
Yeah, that hating money is different.
That hating money hit different.
For real. All right,
salute.
Dog. So salute to Lisa, Troy Dudley, JVB boy, T Foster. We gonna talk about this, then we gonna dip, man. All right, this is Shotty's rule of 53. They said Shotty says the real key to his offensive philosophy is rooted in the magic number 53. In his career, Schottenheimer has found hidden that number through any combination of pass completions and runs in a game is one of the biggest predictors of victory. If you rush the ball, say 30 times and throw 23 completions, that was like the second determining factor of wins and losses after turnovers. Some weeks it's going to be different, and it's going to be 33 completions and 20 rushing attempts. But we are always going to go in with the understanding that we should be able to run the ball and believing and expecting we can do it at a high level. So, that goes back to him talking about being multiple. Like, he says a lot of shit, and culture and multiple is the shit he say all the time. Right? And when we talk about philosophically, you saw it sort of when you saw that, hey, we're running the same play, but we use motion to dress it up and get to a different concept. Out of a look that was unfamiliar. It also applies to being multiple in how he goes out here and calls the plays. So while he does want to run the ball, and he does believe in using the run to set out these deep play action shot plays, he is willing to alter his game plan depending on what the hell is going on. Sometimes you got to play the game. You just got to call the game how it's flowing that day instead of going in with any preset. Like I'm gonna run the ball 40 times today. It might not be that kind of game, bro. And I think he's more than capable and has shown you he's willing to be flexible.
I think so too. I love the way he put this. Like I said, it's versatile, bro. It's fluent. Games is games. Like, bro, it's some games you just might not have it going in the passing game. Some games you just might not have it going in the run game. Like, you got to be versatile. Like, we want an identity, but we so multiple that we should be able to be okay either way we go. You see what I'm saying? We invested heavily in this O-line. Y'all boys better be able to run block. That's all I'm saying. Like, that's the easiest job on the planet when it comes to offensive linemen. I ain't saying it's easy, but that's the easiest thing that we ask y'all to do is run block. So if you can't do that, we in trouble. We should be able to get some pretty decent run lines for these running backs and make something out of this run game. I know a lot of people feel like a good O-line can make any back productive. We putting that to the test. The Cowboys said, hey, man, don't threaten me with a good time. We gonna find out about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, I need to see what that's talking about. Like, what day they said? I'm trying to see what that's talking about. Like, that's what the Cowboys said about, running backs not mattering that much against a great O-line. So we need to see that, man. I hope it works out. I really do. I'm not a person that want to be right more than seeing my team succeed. That's not me. I would love to eat crow on that. Like, I would be the first person up here like, man, Miles Sanders is phenomenal. Just like they said. He is ridiculous. Saquon like who? Like, I would love to do that. You know what I'm saying? But highly doubt it. You know what I'm saying?
That shit sounds so funny.
Somebody said, Saquon who? Like, man, have you seen Miles Sanders? Shh, what?
Man,
don't play.
That man Miles Sanders, that boy ain't did shit like 3 years.
That boy different.
Yeah.
His body different. Every time somebody heard I'm gonna say that, his body different. I got to go get that bite, man. Somebody gotta remind me. Please.
I'm reminding you.
Somebody
right now.
remind me, man.
We finna end the show anyway. You gotta
my
go
body
find it.
different. Anytime somebody hurt, I'm gonna play that skit. You know, my body different, man. You know what I'm saying? My body different. What he say? He said something, baby. he said, I gotta go back and look at it.
He said, so boys, what's y'all prediction for Dak stats this year before y'all get off? I'll give you mine. With George Pickens, 4,700 yards.
I was thinking close to 5. Dak finna go ballistic, bro. Dak finna go ballistic.
Yards, 40 touchdowns. Maybe 11 picks. They're gonna get a little overzealous passing the ball at some points. But he gonna throw like 40 touchdowns. I ain't gonna give a fuck about them picks. He gonna throw like 40. He gonna go like 40 and 10. He gonna be an all-pro.
I think this gonna be Dak's highest touchdown completion year too. He never topped 36, right? 36? 37. That was the year he respectfully declined to break the record.
So that's the year for the passing yards.
Oh, okay.
He broke 37 in 2021, the year he came back from injury.
Okay, so I'll confidently say, I would say more. It just depends on this run game. If this run game like that, bro, it's going to be ridiculous. But this is why I was banging so hard about wide receiver too, man. This is going to be one of my final thoughts about this. And I'm finna watch in the NBA championship. Man, this is why I was banging so hard for wide receiver too. It's so many benefits. Like, all the receivers that we hated, now we love them. Think about it. Like Turpin, Tolbert, like them boys is dope now. I'm telling you, they all are dope now, and it's great just because we got Pickens. He fixed so many issues we had with this football team. Like I said, nobody's going to want to run single high safety on us, bro. Who going to do that? Who is dumb enough to try that? And if they do, Lord Jesus, I hope the Eagles come in here with a lot of hubris saying, like, hey, we can guard a one-on-one. Look at our corners. Go ahead. And Dak going to go for 400, 3 touchdowns, and he going to blow y'all up. He going, man, play with us if you want to. Think them young corners can guard CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens if you want to. We going to make an example out of y'all early. Hey, they going to find out about this team real early. Let the Eagles come in there thinking that they can man up against us. Good luck.
Hold on. He listed neighborhoods in El Dorado. You from El Dorado, man? I see somebody, Lorenzo Lee, listed 3 neighborhoods from El Dorado. Mermill. I done stayed everywhere. I done stayed in Mermill. I done stayed in North Park. I done stayed on West First in the cul-de-sac. My daddy stayed on West First right now. So
that's what's up.
I
you got your neighbor on here.
Yeah, I done lived a little bit everywhere, man. But shout out to Lorenzo Lee, man.
Salute to you, man. But let me give my prediction though. I say Dak Prescott 4,500, 40 touchdown year. I say 12 interceptions. 12. It's gonna be a little high because I think he's gonna be airing it out this year. You know, stuff might happen. I know I'm not saying we're gonna be pass happy, but I'm talking about deep plays. Like, I think Dak gonna be a gunslinging type quarterback this year because he got them guys over there. Like, I hope Dak is a little more loose with the football. I know that might sound crazy. I hope he is. I don't want Dak thinking too much and waiting until George Pickens becomes 100% open. I don't want that. That's not an effective way to use him. You need to trust him. You need to let him go up there and get the football. You need to have that type of rapport with him. If you don't, you're not going to be using George Pickens to his maximum ability. I promise you that. So it's going to be risky at times. But I promise you, you're going to win that matchup more times than not. And this is when you work out the kinks. training camp, I want to see Dak throwing some picks. I'm sorry, because I want him experimenting with his new weapon, and I want him to work that stuff out now in camp. I don't care about these people doing the new stuff, camp statistics and all that goofy stuff. I don't care about that. I want to see Dak experimenting and getting that repertoire with his wide receiver and making sure everything is smooth before we start this real deal when it counts. So that's what I'm looking forward to, man. But I think Dak 4,500, I think Dak hits 40 touchdowns this year if he stay healthy, and 4,500 yards, MVP candidate, and it's gonna be like that, man. Shout out to Dak Prescott. I feel like this is one of his years right here. This is gonna be his year. We might have the first Dallas Cowboy quarterback MVP.
I pray.
And that sounds insane, right? But that would be true.
Gun Meredith was the quarterback. Did not win MVP.
Roger Dodger
Roger the Dodger. Captain America himself.
didn't get an MVP.
Troy Aikman didn't even make an All-Pro team. Tony Romo, did not get
All
MVP.
Pro, but no MVP.
No MVP.
He might have had a year where he was in the running.
2014.
He was in the running, but not as close as Dak got. Dak got real close. But I think this the year, if he stay healthy, man, and I don't see him in that discussion or winning that, I'm going to be a little disappointed. I'm not going to lie. Okay, before we go, let's paint out a scenario why that would happen. That he don't blow up and do the 4,500 yards, 5,000 yards, 40 touchdowns type season. Why did Dak not have that outside of injury? Like, what would have had to happen?
Running game is good.
I'm saying for him not to do it. Oh, so you? Oh, okay.
If the running game is good, it's gonna take the ball out of Dak Prescott.
Yeah, it's gonna take it down a notch.
He won't be able to. Because remember, shout out to Nigel real quick. He hit you with a 5-piece. He said,
"Salute, man."
To get some snaps in preseason, I wouldn't mind that.
I wouldn't mind that either, man. Let's see if Shotty gonna really change the culture in here, because I think that's a good indication. Like, screw all that scary stuff, man. This is football.
Play him a series and call it a day.
Play him a series every game in the preseason, and I think that ain't asking too much, man.
No, I don't really want the first pass of Dak Prescott's season to be week 1.
Nah, and not with this offense, new offense. Like, man, let's quit out. This is football, people. And I'm gonna tell you straight up, I think when people be so scared, that's when you get hurt.
Yep.
I don't want to use that analogy, but screw it. This is Cowboy Convos, man. You know what I'm saying? We in the trap in the liquor store. Hey, you ain't gonna get uncut content like this nowhere else. Like, hey, so y'all gotta support this, man. But I'm gonna say this: it's almost like Old Dog on Boys in the Hood. You know what I'm saying? No, that's Don't Be a Minute. No, that's Menace to Society, right?
Menace to Society.
Yeah, it's like Old Dog. Old Dog was so crazy that he didn't die. You know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't care about nothing. Like, Old Dog was the craziest one. And guess what? Soon as Kane started caring, that's when he died.
Man,
Kane was the craziest one. He was crazy. He was off the chain.
Muslim got hit up too.
Huh?
The Muslim got hit up too.
Exactly.
Just standing there.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, you gotta be so crazy that you don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all feel what I'm saying, bro. Like, you gotta be so gangster that it don't matter. Like, nothing scares you. Just let it go, man. Just go.
At this point, you might as well.
Just let them go, man. We don't care about no injuries. You gotta just let it rock. Hey, if KC can do it, we can do it.
Yep.
I'm sorry. That's one of the standards in football right now.
Epitome right now.
That's one of them. If they not, the Eagles at the top right now, but shit, they was right there with them, and they won back-to-back last 2 years. They still the standard. So hey, if they good enough to do it, we good enough to do it too.
Facts. So yeah, I agree, man. I would take Dak Prescott 40 touchdowns, 4,500 yards. I don't even give a damn about the interceptions. Like, he can throw 10, all I care. We're gonna win games.
Facts.
Listen, like, what's the difference between he threw 9 in 2023? What's the difference between 9 and 10 or 9?
It wasn't a difference.
There's not much of a
Dak
difference.
did that on purpose. He told y'all, I won't throw 10. And he didn't. You know what I'm saying? He came out and said he wouldn't throw 10 interceptions. Everybody like, but for some reason, when you ask a casual, he is the interception poster child.
He had one of the best touchdown interception ratios in NFL history.
This is the unfair nature of being a Cowboy, man. It is. Like, nobody cares about nobody else. Trevor Lawrence had 17 in one game. Like, what, that playoff game, and he had all them interceptions?
He had like 4 in one game. And they won the game, by the way.
But some kind of way, Dak is the epitome, the epitome, however you want to pronounce it, of interceptions. He's a walking interception to the casuals. It's insane.
Dak Prescott is actually like top in like all the career passing numbers, like passer rating. Dak Prescott is right behind Drew Brees in like career passer rating. So these are all-time leaders in passer rating. Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes,
Freaking man on there.
Lamar Adams. He had a very good start to his career. Joe Burrow, Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watson, Drew Brees, and then Dak Prescott is number 8. Your boy Tua was number 9.
Y'all be hating Tua out.
Yeah, fuck that man. But,
that's crazy. What did he do to you, sir?
Everything.
What more do you want from me?
Let's see. All right, so there's that. So that's passer leaders. All right, passer rating. All right, so let's go completion percentage.
No, John. Him and Josh Allen had the same amount of interceptions, but they only talked about Dak. So, no. He's not the walking interception. It's Dak Prescott in the eyes of the casuals.
All right, all-time completion percentage. Joe Burrow, Tua, Drew Brees, Jimmy Porn Star G.
Porno Jimmy.
Kyler Murray, Captain Kirk, then Dak Prescott. My boy got a better completion percentage than Patty, Justin Herbert, Teddy Bridgewater, Deshaun Watson. Your boy Mac Jones, number 13.
And you got to think, some of these people up there because they limited. Yeah, they limited attempts.
They barely qualify.
Yeah, they right there on the threshold. It's like, you in there.
And Dak done threw a bunch of passes, so that's not him.
Yeah, Dak is not that what we just described.
And then one last one. We did pass rating, we did completion percentage. I think like interception percentage is on here as well. That he's one of the better ones in league history. Let's see.
And this is in NFL history, right?
Correct.
This isn't of the active players.
It's all of them. All right. So his touchdown percentage, Tony Romo's actually up here. Romo was slinging that hoe.
Man, they be playing Romo like, hey, y'all know I rock with Dak, but I rock with Tony too now. Tony was my guy. A lot of people be either or. I'm one of the few that rock with both of them. I just knew it was a time I had to let Tony go, man. I had to let him go. And then Dak was playing so well, I couldn't hate on him, man. I was like, this dude raw. You know what I'm saying? I gotta just had to do the transition a little quick.
All right, so Dak is here. He's tied for 12. He tied for 12th all time in interception percentage. You got guys like Jalen Hurts that don't even throw the ball up here. He still throws 2%.
That's crazy. He's a running back. But yeah, man, we almost gave y'all 2 hours of content, man. Y'all gotta rock with your boys. Y'all gotta hit that like button. I implore you to support the show. I implore you to support HTM Sports, Landlord Sports. Everybody that's doing their thing out here, man. We could have been doing a whole lot of other things just like y'all as well. So we appreciate y'all, man. So, hey, make sure you hit the like and share for the squad. It will not charge a card. I'm finna slide on out of this thing. Hey, you already know, Landlord from Alabama with the same handle on all social media. Tap in for the win. Let's go.
Indeed, it's your boy Henny DeMoore reporting live from the liquor store. On the way out, man, please hit that Cash App. Please hit that Super Chat. Please hit that Eagles fan upside the head because they deserve it. Hit the share button, hit the like button, sub up if you got love for us, man. And really, man, fuck the Eagles. We'll see them niggas September 4th, man. I really got too much to say, man. Appreciate everybody for everything.
JJ, I answer that question after this season. I like Dak a little more. It ain't by much. I swear it's not.
said, I'm gonna put you in a bind, landlord. Who your favorite? Dak is my favorite. Just 'cause
Dak my favorite, but I ain't gonna lie.
had him.
I got a soft spot for that recklessness that Romo had, because it ain't nothing funner than that, bro. And I'm a receiver. Y'all got to remember that. I want somebody to recklessly throw me the ball. Like, throw me that bit. Like, real talk. And Dak was more reserved for a long time, but then he grew up as a quarterback, and then he got a little reckless with it, too. So, I like the reckless abandoning out of my quarterback at times. Like, bro, trust me, believe in me, throw me the ball. I'm sorry.
Yeah, because listen, Dak throws some crazy shit sometimes.
He do now. At first, he went finna throw it. He went finna lose that job, bro. No.
He like, shit. He looked dead brown up and down like, what the fuck?
Man, you better get open. Shit.
Like, I'm a 4th round pick. You better call him for that.
Hey, and that don't blame Dak for that. That man just trying to win a job. He trying to earn a job and keep it.
And listen, that man throwing anything up once he became the dude.
Yeah, Dak started throwing it in, bro. Now we know it's certain games I can predict it. I ain't gonna lie. That's why I know he need help. It's at certain times when the offense ain't working, bro. You could just sense it. Like, Dak getting a little antsy now. Like, he done tried to wait. He tried to stick to the game plan. He done tried to be patient. Hey. And then Dak just get to throwing that bit. Like, I'm like, here we go. That's when the interceptions happen. Real talk. He get a little too annoyed,
you seen that meme, like, fuck it, he down there somewhere.
Yeah, like that get like that at times, bro. He like, man, listen, bro, we done tried everything. I'm finna try something else. Like, screw that.
Like, listen, I'm finna throw this bitch 40 yards down the field in between 2 defenders, nigga.
Yeah. And he ain't even had the personnel. Just imagine now, when he throw them reckless balls like that, you gonna see maybe George Pickens coming down with it.
No, think about some of the shit he threw to fucking Brandon Cooks. Look at some of the passes he threw to Brandon Cooks.
That didn't work out.
He could not come up with bad throws at all.
Turpin.
We just talked about the one with against
San Francisco. Yeah.
Perfect throw. Reckless throw, but perfect throw. Given the down the distance it was.
Man, I done seen Dak throw some crazy passes, bro. I'm talking about pinpoint accurate. They get there, but they just don't catch it sometimes. So, yeah, he capable of it. He got it now. Like, Dak had to grow, bro. I'm not a person who had like Dak was like this when he came out. No, he wasn't. He had to develop into the guy he is now. Like, it was a time where I wasn't like full confidence like I am in Dak now. I wasn't. Like, I knew he was good, but I knew he had to grow. Like, that's the difference between me and some people. Like, y'all don't know how to separate the two. Like, he is good for what he is now, but I still require him to grow more. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing wrong with that. And that's exactly what Dak did. And we reaping the benefits now. Hopefully they put some help around the man so he can ball out. So let's do it.
Yes, indeed. And listen, we still got more content.
So we just oozing content. We can't help it, man. We walking content at this point.
Walking content, man. Like, we just breathe content.
We love this, though, man. We love this. We just wanted the lovers back. That's all. Exactly. But we appreciate y'all, man. Let's do it, man. I got to get up out of here.
Me too, man. We going for real, man. In the words of Wes, never look down because the stars up, man.
Peace.